I want to be your man. Like I've said all the time, the idea that there is a such thing as black on black crime, which is a narrative that has been repeated to us so often that we repeat it, and it's really become tantamount to a death sentence. Whenever anything happens, what a lot of people say, well, police officers can do what they want because, it's black on black crime. Well, we kill each other, and it's often a narrative that we perpetuate. But a study out today, published in the Huffington Post. It says the headline is, like many parts of American life, violent crime is still largely segregated. The report was from 2012 to 2015. Victims and offenders were of the same race in 51% of the cases of violence. White victims were attacked by white perpetrators in 57% of the cases, while black victims were attacked by black offenders 63% of the cases. So here's what happens. A lot of times, and to explain that percentage, black people tend to live in black people in more concentrated areas. So we live in more urban areas, more concentrated, more people, in a densely populated areas. White people tend to live in more rural areas. What happens is, if something were to happen to you or anybody else, what they would do is go to the person closest in proximity. They would start to talk to their family. They would eliminate who else was around them. Because violence, people hurt the people who are around them. We have somehow adopted the notion that we are inherently evil, that something is inherent in us where we dislike each other so much that we kill each other. What happens is people who are around people kill the people they're around. That's what happens. But what people have done, even before there was such a notion as a black on black crime, which was really started by society in general so they could have a marching order to come into the inner cities and do what they wanted to. Even before there was such notion as black on black crime, we were killed by the police at about the same rate. Wow. So what you do, everybody wants to abolish the word nigger. Everybody wants to take those words. The most dangerous word, the most dangerous series of words, the most dangerous phrase in America for black people is the phrase black on black crime. Because it implies that we do whatever we want to each other and then get mad with people kill the people they're around. That's it. That's unfortunate. And poor people tend to be more violent. Poor people with less opportunity tend to be more violent. So the very next time you hear somebody using the phrase black on black crime, you know that they are complicit in helping somebody else perpetuate a narrative that is very dangerous to us. That narrative is responsible for more people dying, or for the excuse of more people dying and getting away with it than almost any other. This report out today confirms what it is. People kill the people they're around, the people they live next to, the people they live with, the people they're around. You hear some athletes going, more black people have done something to me than anybody else because you live around them. Please stop with the narrative that there is a such notion as black on black crime unless you're prepared to say that there's white on white crime. When that man went crazy and shot all those people in Vegas, they would never call it that. When that man went crazy in Aurora, killed all those 19 people in Aurora, Colorado, they would never call it that. When those 9 bikers went crazy in Texas and shot each other up, they never call it that. People kill the people who are like them and the people that they're around. Black on black crime is a figment of your imagination. It is a story that you perpetuate to excuse whatever they do to us. That's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.